Hey everyone, welcome to a short demonstration here of the Spanish Latin America in Rosetta Stone. The Spanish Latin America is now in 5 levels, and what that means is that each level is about 50 hours of material. What we're looking at here, everything in this whole thing is just level 1. So even these different units here are a part of level 1. There's 4 units in level 1. Each unit has about 12 hours of material if you were to do everything that there was to do in each unit. So at the end of level 1, you would be great for, say, travel, those kinds of things, kind of an emergency Spanish situation. At the end of the 3 level package that Rosetta Stone has, you would be what they call fully conversational, and that's great. And they also have a 5 level package, which would be a really advanced level of Spanish. So, and I really do recommend getting the package deals, just because the way that Rosetta Stone has the program priced, it's really it's just a lot better to get them in package deals if you can, or if you need them. So I'll just jump in and show you sort of how it works. I'll just jump into the very first part of the Spanish Latin America and we'll take a look. The structure of how it works I'll kind of explain in a minute, but it's the same as just about any language that Rosetta Stone has. This is the first thing you'd see.
Hola.
Hola. Let me turn it up a little bit
Hola.
here. So we hear
Hola.
and
Hola.
and we're asked in this screen to speak back into it, and it kind of graded our pronunciation. One thing that Rosetta Stone does is that, well, or doesn't do, I guess I should say, is they never give you what the English translation is.
Hola.
It'll never tell us what hola means in English. We just sort of have to figure it out as we go along. But it'll kind of walk you by the hand very slowly to make sure that you get it on your own. But it's, for whatever reason, when you figure it out on your own, you really do understand it and retain it. Next screen's a little different.
Una niña. Un niño. Un niño.
Okay, in this one it's showing us an una niña and
Un niño.
un niño, and it's asking us which one on the bottom is another.
Un niño.
So it's kind of wanting you to make an educated guess which one of these two is
Una niña.
and if you get it wrong, well, that's okay
Una
too.
niña.
You just know it's the other one. This early in the program, these first 35 screens, they're just intending to introduce a lot of new concepts to you, new situations in a variety of contexts. And what happens is you're always seeing the new vocabulary word and you're hearing it too,
Una niña.
as well as seeing it written. So these 3 things combined just do something to your brain over time, especially after all the reinforcements and things. You start to really understand what's happening. And that's true even with tough things like grammar too.
La niña come. La niña bebe. El niño bebe.
Okay, so this one is doing a lot of things in the screen. It's reinforcing La Nina and making us sure of what it is, but it's also introducing new vocabulary. So they're asking us if this is a La Nina come and this is a La Nina bebe. It's asking the question about El Nino. Which one at the bottom is El Nino bebe? So you would again make an educated guess.
El niño come.
And sometimes I like to just sit here and think about it. There's a little button here that says continue to the next screen. I always like to uncheck because I like to just sort of sit here and
El niño come.
kind of go over it again in my head,
El niño bebe.
look at it again. And then when you're ready, you can go to the next screen.
Una niña.
Una niña.
Una niña.
Now this one is a pronunciation screen, but more than that, it's actually reinforcing the vocabulary. We're seeing it in a different context. We're hearing it, seeing it written. Obviously, I'm getting my pronunciation wrong here. If you do have trouble with pronunciation, this little button to the right will show up, and it's optional to work on your pronunciation.
Un niño.
Un niño. And we hear that it slowed the native speaker's voice down, and we can speed it back up.
Un niño.
And there on the bottom now is my voice compared to the native speakers.
Un niño.
Un niño.
So you can see the pitch of our voices and the tone. And over here, it's giving me a pretty good score, and I have it set on about medium, I think, right now. You can set it on pretty difficult to where you have to get everything just right in order to get a good score, which means that even as you're learning basic vocabulary, you're doing so without an accent. So it's a really helpful part of the
niño,
program. So it would go on and introduce lots of new things, man, woman, swimming, running, all kinds of new stuff in this first core lesson. And then it would start to reinforce those things with these shorter lessons like vocabulary, grammar. In fact, after each core lesson, 30 minutes of introduction into the concepts, you do at some point, you would go through all these reinforcement lessons. They're usually about 5 to 10 minutes. So by the time you get done with the last reinforcement lesson, all the stuff that's introduced there is more than understood by you. It's like second nature. So anyway, at the end of each unit, they have these milestones, and they're pretty fun. It's basically a simulated conversation that you're having with the computer, and it's using the really advanced voice recognition software. So they will actually ask you questions, and you got to know the answers to them in Spanish, or it's not going to let you progress. So it's just a great way to practice actually having conversations with people. So in this one, you're walking up on some campers here, and they say,
Hola,
"Hola."
hola,
¿usted tiene un perro?
Sí, yo tengo un perro.
sí, yo tengo un
Now,
perro.
all this stuff you would know at the end of the first unit. It would be pretty second nature to you. But it goes on for about 10 minutes doing that, and it's pretty fun. So that's pretty much everything I guess I could get into right now with the time constraints, but there's lots of different ways that it does things like grammar, and it's a really great program. If you're thinking about buying it, I would suggest that you get it from a licensed distributor of Rosetta Stone, because there is a lot of fakery and all kinds of scams out there. And the worst thing that can happen is that it won't work. That happens all the time, where people get a product that just doesn't work, and they're kind of stuck with it, whatever they paid. And also, there's a lot of products that have been used, and all the licenses have been used on it, so it's basically worthless when you get it. And again, you can't do anything with it. So get it from a licensed distributor. There's like a retail locations of Rosetta Stone probably near you. Also, Amazon.com is a licensed distributor. I put a link in the sidebar there to Amazon.com, where you can get the different versions of Spanish that they have there, and it's pretty good prices too. It's the lowest you can go. So yeah, check it out. All right, thanks for your time, and